No one expected. Jamie Dornan quietly gave Dakota a gift that broke the fans' hearts. The morning sun flooded the glass windows of the villa where Dakota Johnson was temporarily living while filming her new independent film. She was sitting drinking coffee, still in her thin cream-colored robe, her eyes absently looking out to sea. Her personal secretary, Lauren, entered the room with a long wooden box and a red sealed envelope. There was no sender, no return address, just a line handwritten in black ink on the box. A memory for the man who made me believe in feelings, J.D. Dakota looked up, frowning. Lauren smiled slyly. Someone gave you a gift. How mysterious. Dakota gently took the box, the smooth wood feeling under her hand. She opened it. Inside was a handwritten sheet of music on old parchment, along with a small silver ring set with a purple garnet, Dakota's birthstone. She read the accompanying message, because there are people who pass through each other's lives and leave behind a melody that cannot be rewritten. This is part of that melody. Jamie. A melody from the past. Jamie Dornan, who is currently in Ireland promoting his new TV series, has been away from the US for 3 months. However, according to an inside source, who is entirely fictional, Jamie has been quietly working with a cellist to compose a piece called Anastasia's Last Letter, an instrumental piece inspired by the character Anastasia in 50 Shades, but infused with off-screen emotions. The cellist, Claire Moreau, shared in an interview, Jamie is not a professional musician, but he writes the notes as if they were in his heart. He said this piece is not for the public, but there is only one person who should hear it first. And that person is Dakota. The accompanying ring was designed by an artisan in the Dingle area, where Jamie used to travel with her family. The inside of the ring is engraved with the words, "To D, from CG and me." Fans, upon hearing about this detail, went crazy on social media. Many posted photos from the movie 50 Shades, comparing the moments when Jamie looked at Dakota with eyes that said, "I can't act anymore." Dakota Johnson and netizens' reactions. Dakota Johnson is usually secretive, but in an interview on the Late Night with Kimmel show, when asked about the mysterious gift from a former colleague, she just smiled, her cheeks red. "I don't know who knows about that, but I will say, sometimes artists understand each other without saying anything." The host asked, "Is that Jamie Dornan?" Dakota looked into the camera, winked. "Who knows?" Fans on social media immediately reacted. At AnnaSteelVan91, Jamie still has Dakota in his heart. The ring is proof. At Shade Soft Grey Love, she blushed. That's not a normal co-star reaction. At JD&J Forever, we're not saying they're back together, but we're not denying it either, face holding back tears. The unknowns. According to a fictitious source close to the set of 50 Shades Freed, Jamie and Dakota had a private agreement. If things ever get out of hand, the other person has to be the first to speak up. The source said, "They never come out in public. But you can see the absolute respect in the way they look at each other between takes." Jamie once refused a scene because Dakota was uncomfortable. Not because the script wasn't right, but because she needed protection. This detail once again sent the fan community into a frenzy. Fanfiction, fan-made videos, and even the TikTok account, @JamieLovesDakota, reached 500k followers in just 2 weeks since the news of Jamie's gift went viral. A secret concert. 2 weeks after receiving the gift, Dakota was invited to a private concert in Los Angeles, attended by only 40 guests, mostly industry friends and independent artists. On the small stage of an old concert hall, cellist Claire Moreau performed the piece, Anastasia's Last Letter, without any introduction. Dakota sat in the third row, wearing a long black dress, her hair down. When the first notes rang out, her eyes welled up with tears. No one had told her the piece would be played, but she knew from the third second that it was a gift from Jamie. After the show, as everyone was leaving the hall, a man in a baseball cap and a mask walked quickly through the back door. The waiter quietly confirmed, he only came to listen for exactly 4 minutes, Jamie Dornan. Reunion or just a greeting? That night, Dakota posted an 8-second instrumental on his Instagram story, with just one line. Some melodies never fade. Jamie didn't post anything. But a day later, a new playlist appeared on his, rarely used, Spotify account. For the one who understood, fans got a chance to scrutinize each song in the playlist. The Night We Met, Lord Huron, Falling Slowly, Glenn Hansard Marketa Erglova. All I Want, Codaline, and the final track, Come Away With Me, Norah Jones. The songs all carry the meaning of separation, regret, but also hope. Fans of the couple began to speculate, was this an intentional goodbye, or a signal of a new beginning? An unfulfilled promise. Before leaving the US, Jamie left an email for Dakota, according to a fictitious, mutual friend. The contents were not revealed, but one final line of the letter was revealed. When the last tune stops, if you still hear something, know that I am listening too. Dakota, in an interview a few days later, was asked if she and Jamie had kept in touch. She simply smiled and said, I think there are people who, even if you don't talk every day, are still present in the things you love, music, movies, and silent mornings. Quote,